Yeah, well, helps when I'm not muted. It definitely will help when I am not muted. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, that's not good. My wheel popped off. I was worried about that the other day. All right, are you good now? Nope, you're not good. This one isn't liking it either. This one's been giving me trouble today. I don't know why. But it totally has been. There, that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. Now we got to find the pit house real quick so I can center the wheel. Center. There we go. All right. Should be able to hear me now. Yeah? Yeah, that was special. Damn it. Now you just did it again. All right, that should be good. Just done did it and broke it. So we are checking out Missouri. First time driving it. I'm going to use the Jon Ruda 362 and we're going to go and find a load. Let's see, what do we want to do? I want to stay in Missouri. Route length. Oh, can I not? Oh, no way. So I can't select somewhere that I'm actually near, huh? That sucks. Might have to fast travel the truck and work our way over here, yeah? Missoula. The Missoula Oblongata. Alright, let's set that. Bring that up. There we go. Yeah, so I have to work my way over here, don't I? Because there isn't anywhere I can click in here. Then why did it let me fast travel over here? That's kind of annoying. All right, well, I guess we'll work our way from Nebraska on down. So first, I need to fast travel. Is there no way to just fast travel to somewhere I've already been? Navigation, quick travel. There we go. See, it lets me quick travel there, but I can't actually pick up any work over there, which I guess kind of makes sense. I know I've been to Cheyenne, so we'll just go over there. We'll work our way down. Ding. All right, now let's find some work. The freight market. And let's see here, where can we go? We're already in Wyoming. I don't want to go in Wyoming. We want to move on. Go down to Kansas. There we go. Let's take the tanker. Set GPS. All right, how's everything looking? Good, good. That is super loud over here. The hell was that? The turn signal's already set. It doesn't look like anything else is. Oh, no, the lights are. Kind of. There we go. Lion Drummer, how are you? How's it going? All right, where are we going? All right, we're ready to roll. I didn't set myself up to get out of there very well, did I? There we go. Helps when you get in the right gear. Oh, it's right here. So as you guys can see, we're making some adjustments to the world. Starting to integrate the flight sim stuff here now. By the time this is done, we're going to have a fully dual integrated cockpit is the plan here. Both for flight sim and driving. We've got more cool stuff that I'm going to show you guys tomorrow. We got new hardware to show off. Excited about that. Just came in today. Many more. We got now ambient lighting. I still got to tweak them. You guys will see them as the video goes on. The ambient lighting is a little weird. I got to work on it a bit more. I haven't quite got it tweaked right. What was I getting here? Tanker, right? Boop. Let's go get it. Where is it? There it is. What view? With the camera, you mean? With that? Man, I am on the wrong side of it, idiot. I did not realize. That's what I get for not paying attention, I guess. Yeah, that's where we're going to head, Simrig. We're going to head on over to Missouri. We're going to work our way down. Our first stop is down into Kansas, and then hopefully we'll be able to make the discovery into Missouri after that. It looks good from what I've seen from other drivers. And thanks, Jeremy. I've been playing around with it, trying to find a better way to get the full experience. Oh yeah, dude. You'll love it. ATS is just as bad as flight simming, dude. Once you start down that rabbit hole, it's game over. Or just beginning, I guess, depending how you look at it. Your wallet will hate you. Yeah, right? Just start throwing them away right now. Every one of these trash cans, just drop $100 into one. Yeah, MSFS 2024 is finally, I think, in a good spot. I've been saying it all along. I said Sim Update 2 is what's going to make it happen. And I get that it's only beta now, but it's still there. You know what I thought about, though? I didn't plug that camera in. I'm going to need to plug it in here in a minute. We'll have to find a place to stop here soon. We'll wait. Hopefully it'll make it to the first stop. If not, I might pull over at some point. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I wish I could have 3 separate rigs. I'm trying to get a second machine built right now that I think I'm going to leave for flight simming. It's not going to be the motion pit, but it has all the other stuff, all the Verpal, all the everything. WinWing stuff. Because I got a bunch of DCS stuff I want to bring back, especially with that WinWing, whatchamacallit? Why can't I not think of the name? Top Gun MIP. Oops. Oh, I see what's happening there. I'm going to have to play around with the settings on that. It's a never-ending pit, bro. It's what we do. I have very quickly learned that men should not be allowed to have big boy money. Well, go. You're going to go too, aren't you? You're going to wait? Nope. You're going to be a jerk. Go now. You're already in the road. Wow, it's just like real life. Oh my gosh. All right, fine. Watch. I'm going to start to roll and he's going to move his truck. You want to bet? I totally expected him to do that. That has happened to me so many times in this sim. It really is real life. You bought 2 of the AB9s. They are badass, dude. I love this thing. I absolutely love it. You can't hear it at all? That's epically odd. Hang on. Where the hell is OBS? Oh, be the one that says OBS. How about now? User, what is your question? I will hopefully have an answer for you. And while we're stopped, I'll go ahead and plug that camera in so that way halfway through the stream we don't lose it. Ooh. No. Oh shit. Knocking crap over. And while I'm doing that, apparently I have to go to the other room real quick. All right. Got the charger. Now we won't lose the camera because I've heard that's a really bad thing during the middle of a stream. I've been told. Give me a second. I'll be able to check out your question here in a minute, unless somebody else has answered it. There we go. Yeah, we were losing battery fast. I'm glad I did that. Ow, fuck. If you're going to build a roof like this, remember to duck, okay? All right. What are the best settings if highest graphics of ATS will not have 60 FPS? I don't necessarily think size of the display matters. It's the resolution that matters. The monitor, once the image gets to the monitor controls what it does with the size of the screen. But yes, everything else is accurate. Wow, I launched SPAD.next and everything. I was like a bull climbing out of this thing a minute ago. That was interesting. All right. Okay, I think we're good. Can I get back to work here? Okay. That was special. Yes, mods definitely. Agreed. So here's the problem, and I tell this to people all the time. Getting the best FPS, there's so many things that come into... This is why actually... Okay, so a couple things I'm going to say to this. First off, this is why I don't chase FPS. I chase enjoyment of gameplay. Like, for example, my FPS here, I have no idea what FPS I'm getting. None. I set it and I tune it to where when I look around or I see the environment going by, I'm happy. When you chase FPS, what I feel like a lot of people do, and to each their own, this isn't good or bad, just for the record, but what I feel a lot of people do is they hyper-focus on that number. You know, oh, it's not 60, so I can't have fun. You know, it's the same thing in VR, especially. I think people chase FPS far too hard. But with that being said, FPS, if you're going to do the FPS chase, you have to start with the lowest of all graphic settings and work your way up. And there's so many things that come into play. So you have the 13th gen processor. What video card are you running? Because that's going to be another one. How much RAM are you running? That's going to be another one. It all comes together. What other softwares do you have running in the background? Like for right now, there are times I have SimHub going, I have Spat.next going, I have OBS going, I have a resize application going, I have Discord and chats and streams. Like, I mean, it starts to add up. That's why I run 64 gigs of RAM for that very reason. Is this a detour? And that is the other catch too. Now, the thing about when it comes to gaming CPUs that I will say, my personal opinion, it's not as critical because most games still are not multi-threading. Usually you have 2 cores, usually one for video and one for audio, but that is starting to change and becoming more and more of an impact. Clock speed is your biggest thing right now still at the moment. How fast is that CPU? See, like 16 gigs, you're at the bare minimum of almost all simulators. And this is another thing that people like don't understand, why we simmers get bent out of shape when people say like, "Oh, ATS is a game. Microsoft Flight Simulator is a game." No, it's a simulator. And the reason why is because most games don't require anywhere near the horsepower that simulators do to get the, I guess, ultimate experience, if you will. So again, but it really just depends on what you're going for. I would absolutely get above 16 gigs of RAM. You are, like I said, you're writing the bare minimum for most sims these days. Like Microsoft Flight Simulator, you'd probably struggle a little bit to have a good time in it. I didn't think anyone still used integrated graphics cards for simming. I couldn't imagine using IG graphics. But as far as the FPS, I can't stress enough. My personal opinion, don't chase the FPS, chase the experience. When you drive around, when you fly around, whatever you're playing, whatever game you're playing, are you happy? You know, when you get the stutters ironed out and, you know, framing and tearing, then, you know, be cool with it. Laptops are tough, I agree. But for some, you know, that's the best you got. But most laptops, you can still at least upgrade the RAM too, though. So that's something to think about. I would try to at least get to 32 gigs of RAM. That's the first thing that I would do. Yeah. So even on a laptop, though, you don't know what kind. You gotta. So if you, I think it's in the system. At the very least, you should be able to open up the Task Manager. If you right-click on the taskbar, go to Task Manager, and go to Performance. It should tell you what GPU you have in it, what graphics card it's using. Like Jeremy was saying, if you're using an integrated graphics card, most of these sims you'll struggle with. Crimson Knight, what's up, my dude on Twitch? How are you, pal? Good to see you again. Isn't this cool, you guys? I can't wait to use this in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Gonna have my beacon lights, my nav lights, strobe lights. I haven't decided what I'm going to use these rotaries for. So they have a push button and a rotary. But I think I want to try to use it for this too. There's just something cool about reaching up and doing this. I've probably done it like 50 times off camera, obviously, where I'm just sitting here and, yep, that was cool. No smoking in the truck. Glad to hear it, Crimson. Glad to hear it, man. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I'm good. Okay, never mind. Dude, I'm such a button person. The more buttons you give me, the better. Buttons and switches. Switches are more fun than buttons. I'm not worried about hard drive space. Hard drive space, the only reason why hard drives used to matter was because the platter drives had different speeds. Like the SSDs today have different speeds, but when it comes to simming and gaming, it's negligible. But the old hard drives, they used to matter. We used to care what kind of hard drive you had. Now, as long as it's solid state, I mean, of course, NVMe or M.2 are going to be faster than standard SSD, but as long as you're not rocking a platter drive, hard drive doesn't matter. But what you want to look at, again, is you want to look at the graphics card. The three things that are going to really impact your gaming performance the most. Yes, again, hard drive is a very distant issue there, but the top three are going to be your CPU, because it's going to turn, and CPU clock speed is the kicker there. How fast can the CPU send the information it needs over to the graphics card? Then, obviously, the next one's going to be the graphics card. How powerful is the graphics card? How quickly can it do something with the information the CPU is sending to it? And finally, your third one is RAM. How much extra information are you able to keep on standby at the ready, and other applications are you ready to have running at any given time and have your computer be stable? Because that's what RAM's job is. Game bar, I actually don't touch. The only thing that I use game bar for, and by say use it, I mean that I have it turned on, is for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that's because it's recommended in 2024. But other than that, honestly, I try to stay away from anything that's Microsoft. If I could use all of these sims on Linux, I would absolutely build a Linux box just for simming. If it's Microsoft, I try to stay away from it. You know what? I have no idea what the ambient light settings are right now. I was playing around with them the other day, and I don't know that I ever turned them back up, so I don't know if you guys will get the full experience on the first run anyway. We're going to do a couple loads. Like I said, I want to get into Missouri tonight. I got to watch how much gas I have. I had to take my gauges down, my cool gauges. I was so bummed about that. For now, until I get a weed up my ass and figure out a way to mount them. At idle? Or are you running the sim? Ah, jerks. VRAM means that your video card is not currently being used. VRAM is the RAM that is stored on the video card. It is separate from your RAM. What do you mean you still have no game audio? According to OBS, it's... Oh, I know why. Why'd you wait so long to tell me? Slap me, hit me, send me a text. Where's my mouse? Bastard. I know why. Where's my mouse? I hate looking for the damn mouse. Where is it? This mouse is such a pain in the ass. I don't know if the batteries are dying or what, but I can't get my mouse to come around. There it is. Oh, that's why. Apparently I hit the DPI setting. All right, let's get you guys some audio. That's exactly what it was. We're about to have it now. Let's probably turn that down then, because I thought you guys couldn't hear anything at all. All right. I know, but when I stopped the first time, I did it. But I figured out what it was. Should be able to hear it now. There you go, yeah. Can you still hear me? Is it too loud? What are you talking about, man? I don't know what is up with this shirt, but it is uncomfortable as hell. Alright, cool. You can still hear my ugly voice? Would you stop it? VR does work well with it, Vivid. It does. It didn't used to. It used to be a rough battle, but yeah, no, they did great with it. I mean, they're the ones making the beta for it. I don't know that I would call it unofficially supported. You just have to go into the betas. And then if you're using OpenXR, you need to add the launch option, #OpenXR. I want to do one more thing. It's half the fun. Where's my sim hub? Sim hub, where are you? Okay, seriously, where are you? Oh, I hate it when you do this. Microsoft. All right, there you are this time. Come on. Sim hub. Ambient lights. Where are you? Scene effects. Actually, wait. Capture layout. Oh, wow. It's all messed up. That sucks. Oh, no. That might be right. Scene settings. Oh, it's luminosity. That's what it is. There we go. Let's bring them to life. It's half the fun. All right, now let's do this without crashing. Ah! Trying to read the chat. Driving like a drunk man. No. That's pretty common. Like I said, you need to get more RAM, dude. So yeah, I'll say that tweaking ATS for VR takes a little bit longer. The other thing that I'll tell you is that there's in the settings, in the graphics things, like if you're doing night driving, I can't remember what it was. It's one of the ambient lighting settings for like the city lights and stuff. If you have that too high, it will crush your FPS at night. But make sure that you have the OpenXR launch option. Make sure that Steam is configured to use OpenXR and not SteamVR. Like, SteamVR, avoid it at all costs. SteamVR sucks. I have no problem just saying it. I need to tweak those settings a bit more. The roads is so darks. The darkness. There's choices in the darkness. Ow, my dude. I was wondering if you were going to show up. What's up, buddy? Not yet, Anomaly, but it is being worked on as we speak. So, I mean, yes, it supports it. It won't... Okay, so, let me rephrase that. Two things that I know are being worked on with Moza right now, because I was directly involved in communicating it with them, and they're really cool, and I've been listening. So the two things that are being addressed is first, just vibration, right? Haptic vibration from engine while you're in gear, right? So just when you're at idle or something, the stick's going to do this, right? It's going to shake. And then the other thing they're working on that relates to what you were talking about as far as floating gears is gear lockout. So yes, you can float the gears just like you would with a standard shifter that currently exists on the market. But it will not lock you out of the gear yet. But it is in the works, and the idea is that it will. So if you go to float the gears and you're at the wrong RPMs, the shifter won't go into gear. As we all know, big truck transmissions are square cut gears, so it'll bounce it right back out at you and make absolutely horrible noises. As it should. Cyberpunk, huh? Very nice, dude. I've never tried it. I heard it was like an FPS demon, though. I totally forgot I didn't finish setting up my ambient lights. I was playing around with them last night, trying to tweak them. Like right now as we go through this, yeah, there it goes. There we go. And then as we go back into darkness, yeah. So I've almost got them dialed in, but then in the really dark scenes, any little ambient lights, they're sort of picking up in a weird way. You can also grayscale them too, which is really cool. So if you just want them to just do a white light, you can do that. Essentially what they do is a screen capture and mimic the colors that are on the screen within a designated zone that you designate. That's weird, Vivid. Like I said, I'm not gonna BS you, dude. When you get it working, it works fantastic. But it's gonna require legwork. There's a lot of restart. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. You're not gonna get out of my way, are you? What a jerk. Oh, cool. I don't know why, but that airliner taking off. Uh-oh. But it is worth it, dude. When you get it dialed in, it's badass. I've always wanted to try Cyberpunk. Four-wheeler, they're always in the way. Fact, dude. And that was too early of a shift. Although I'll warn you, if you like that whole view where you can look out the back window, it sucks at VR because you actually have to turn around. Friendly heads up on that. Oh, hello, Mr. Policeman. Come, Mr. Policeman. I was looking at that, but I'm personally looking forward to the Pimax Super. I like the small form factor of the big screen, but the features that are coming with the Super, I just can't argue with. So the first review models will be going out, I believe, this next week to content creators. Unfortunately, yours truly got in the second round, not in the first one, but that's okay. Still excited that it's coming. Is that okay to rear end a police officer? Do they get mad about that? Really, bro? Come on, what are you doing? This guy, man. Rusty. Wow, that's like dark. Like, it didn't get dark outside, it got dark outside. I hate dealing with Nexus mods. That website pisses me off. Wow, 3 of them. That sucks, man. I mean, bad aches happen sometimes, but I know they had, oh, I haven't even tried Vortex. I know they have addressed a lot of their QC issues. And what I appreciate is that they flat out came out and were honest about it, so. I gotta change my shorts. Yeah, I haven't tried it with Vortex, admittedly. So, I'll give that a shot. I'm guessing that's sort of like the Curse client for Curse.com. Ah, gotcha. I need to get that pull horn. I'm gonna get the pull horn here. I'm gonna get the CB over here. I knew it. So the cab over is cool. I think I still prefer the big boys, but I'm liking the cab over. It has its advantages for sure. It's weird not seeing any kind of a hood. Three horns don't play with long necks. I don't know why that came in my head. Sharp tooth! Yes! Thank you. Thank you for not leaving me hanging there. I appreciate that. Can't swim with those skinny arms of his. Aww. She was my favorite. Oh, it's raining. Close. Close. I probably could have gotten it good enough for ATS, but not for me. No way, dude. Fuck. No, it'll forever be Farva, dude. I don't want a large Farva. I want a goddamn liter of cola. You mean shenanigans? All right, there's one down. Mm. Car Ramrod. Dude, we need to make a truck called Car Ramrod. Say Car Ramrod. Say Car Ramrod. You didn't say it. I wrote it down. Oh, yeah. I fucking love that movie, dude. I don't care how stupid it is. And that was the second time I got crabs. I love it. All right, let's see. Can we get something from where we are? Probably not. Now we want to get to moving towards Missouri. Are you serious? It has everything going the wrong way. Why you gotta be like this, man? Where's this one going? Still in Kansas. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. I don't want to go to Oklahoma. That'll be the wrong way. And those take us the wrong way. That sucks. All right. So it's either we just drive into Missouri, into St. Joseph's. Let's do that. Let's just take the truck over there. So let's go world map. And boom. Reset navigation. That is not what I meant to hit, dumbass. Let's pop us over to... We'll go and get gas here. Let's do that. We'll just deadhead it. Let's just deadhead it. Oh, are we already running? Oops. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to get out there, man. That's exactly why. I want to go all over Missouri tonight. So we're just going to deadhead it and get there. We'll get out there, we'll refill the truck, and then go cause a bunch of accidents. What stop sign? Train. That was karma. What are you waiting for, bud? You got this. Quit driving like Al. Kidding. Yeah, seriously, right? Gonna need a new solenoid. Why is that? Well, this funny thing happened. I don't even think they use solenoid. I think they just have a big coil. No, I don't care. Flash me all you want, you jerk. Watch, every one of them's gonna do it. Bing. Bing, 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 bing. Jump it, kadoosh. We're on our way over there right now. Actually, no, I think we're on our way to St. Joe's. I don't think we're going to St. Louis yet. Party crashers. By the way, if you guys are in the market for any very awesome ATS accessories, check out atsaccessories.com. This Patriot XL box came from there, and this shifter for the AB9 shift extension was made by them, as well as the shift knob. Dude does absolutely fantastic work, has a bunch of other mods, gauges, pull horns, CB radios, you name it. So make sure you guys check it out, atsaccessories.com. Tell them OverKill sent you. I don't know if it'll do anything, but you can tell them. Wrong way. You say, I know this guy OverKill. He sends me to you, right? He says, listen, I need you to make me stuff. And see what he says. He's gonna be like, okay, Amy. Sorry, I was watching Goodfellas the other day. It reached out to my Italian heritage, alright? It touches me in a very special and deep way. That makes you want to beat somebody with a baseball bat. Well, it just so happens that we are almost there. I timed that one perfectly. It's all, you're running out of fuel. You know, I'm not 100% positive where my fuel gauge is on this thing. Oh, there it is. I got a quarter of a tank. I'm fine. Capiche? It's sad too, because all the good ones are passing away. I was really bummed out when Ray Liotta passed. He was like, he made that movie. Robert De Niro's getting old. Al Pacino looks like shit. I keep forgetting I'm deadheading, so when I slam on the brakes, it's like, oh shit. I rarely ever drive without a trailer. It's almost like that's the point of the sim, huh? What are you waiting for, Chief? Written invitation? I'm trying to think about what would be the best, I should say most accurately portrayed mob movie. Goodfellas is close, I feel like, with Casino trailing right on the tail. The Godfather, the first one was good, second one was okay, third one was stupid. Yeah, Saint was a good one. I forgot about Saint. That was an amazing movie. I liked that one too. Yes, in tight places, I am finding that out. You are absolutely correct. But they don't look as cool. We're running it. Going for it. There's nobody here, right? Got a little stuttering there. Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. Come around. Uh-oh. Don't you do it. Hate it when it does that. I guess Marlon Brando hated him in that movie. He and Marlon Brando did not get along in that one. Then again, being completely honest, I can see Val Kilmer being a pain in the ass. Who was it? Who played Johnny Ringo? I always forget what his name is. But he was saying that he had a great time working with him on Tombstone, but that he never met Val Kilmer. He met Doc Holliday. He was such a method actor that he wouldn't leave the character. You are not where you belong. What is that one? That one can go like down here. This one needs to go up here. This one needs to go closer over here. Let's bring it down. That's like behind me. It can go wherever it wants, I guess. Let's bring these down a bit further. See if that doesn't make it a bit better. All right, now that we're here, let's find some work to do. And of course, we show up in the dark. Freight market, what you got? Dude, it is still showing. No, give me St. Joe's. Thank you. There we go. All right, where are we going? Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Big old barrier. No, I don't want to go to Oklahoma. Why do you keep trying to kick me out? I just want to stay and hang out with you guys. Yeah, these are taking me all the way down to Texas. So I have that one that keeps us in Missouri. So I guess that's what we're doing. Itty bitty, and it takes me to the other side of Missouri for that little bitty trailer. That sucks. Oh well. Off we go. I feel like this is one of those parts of town where you like get that feeling like I'm not supposed to be here. Jerks. Why you guys gotta be like this? There we go. I was all over the place there. I moved my shifter closer to me. I modified the arm that's holding it on, shortened it, and so now my muscle memory is all screwed up on where my shifting was. So I keep shifting not far enough over to where I need to be. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. That's a good idea. I'm not stopping at this stop sign. We're gonna go wide and bring it in. I like them though. Still got a bit more tweaking to do, but I'm liking the ambient lighting. I think it's cool. All right, where is this itty bitty trailer? There it is. The ambient lights probably look goofy on camera, but when you're not focusing on them and you're just getting that flash in your eyes, it's perfect. Like, it's really cool. Like, I felt that get a whole lot brighter. I think if I could do the ambient lights all over again, I suppose I could. So, could meaning that I don't want to. I would have had this strip right over my head where I couldn't directly see it. more or less how it was, yeah. That's the Peterbilt 362. It just wasn't to be. Years and years ago, probably coming up on 50 years now, my dad used to drive over the road. He had a Freightliner that was a cab over, and what was it, Freightliner International? I don't remember which one he said it was now, but he said he hated it. He said it was the most gutless piece of shit he ever drove. Said every now and then, company out here, you know, one of the trucks would go into the shop or something like that, and they'd go rent one of the big Pete's KWs and he'd get to drive it, and he said he loved it. Remember, the biggest thing he always told me was deadheading in a cab over would beat the living crap out of your back. He said it would just whip your ass without any weight on the springs. Like, tunnels are cool. Alright, Al, take care, buddy. Good talking to you again. I would absolutely love to do a convoy. We are definitely going to be setting that up very soon, as a matter of fact. Jeremy and I are going to be working on that. So definitely, sir. Yeah, that sounds like what my dad must have had. Yeah, and I think he said 9-speed too. Have a great night, Al. Like I said, good talking to you, buddy. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It's alright, we'll just jump back on. We'll just jump back on. Yo, buddy, move! I hate it when you guys do that. Either stop or don't. Whoa, what am I doing? Finally getting into daylight again. We can actually see what's going on out here. I'm driving down the road and I'm flirting with disaster. Got the pedal to the floor, my life is running faster. I'm out of money, I'm out of time. Looks like self-destruction. Damn. All these freaking changeovers, man. Holy crap. Yay, we get to bypass it. That's once in a row. I always have to pull over. It drives me nuts. pretty. They did a good job with the scenery. Cool seeing all the scenery and stuff that they put into such a small area too. Like they cram so much into such a little piece of scenery. Scaring the neighbors, swinging the trailer over. Tabbed out and it put me back into neutral, so then everything was all messed up and in the wrong spot. I love doing this, it's so chill. I didn't expect to ever like ATS as much as I do, especially coming from flight simulation. Although I'm excited to get this rig set up for Microsoft Flight Simulator. 2024 is really shaped up to be something cool. I'm really excited about Sim Update 2 when it actually goes to release. I mean, I'm on the beta too, but Definitely exciting times. Good time to be a simmer. I really wish Farming Sim would get the damn triple monitor support. I can't believe it, as long as they've been doing this, they still don't officially support triple monitors. That'd be another fun one. The logging on triple monitors, that'd be dope. Ah, you suck. Nothing like peeking that engine. Oh, missed that one. We got the Moza gear panel today for the MTP throttle, so we're going to be checking that out tomorrow, obviously with the AB9 as our flight stick. Excited to check that out. Looks pretty good. That should be a lot of fun. I'm loving all the new hardware that's coming out. It's a good time to be a flight simmer too, man. I remember when you couldn't find crap for flight simulation, man. There was like nothing available, and now the last couple of years, man, it has just boomed. I will say, I think driving simulators, you guys have it made. There's still new gear and always new stuff coming out, don't get me wrong, but man, switching rigs out for flight simulation sucks. It's so hard to get one setup that just works comfortably without having to tear it all down when you get something new. Excuse me, sir. Let me squeeze right by you. Thanks, pal. Appreciate you. Love you. See you in the next one. Told us to stay to the left. Stay to the left. I know. I can't wait, dude. I'm trying to figure out how to make it happen. Trying to figure out, now that I turned my master bedroom into the office, I now have room to look into that. Uh-oh. Was that right? No, it was not. I should have stayed where I was. Damn it. Sometimes the map in this thing sucks, I gotta say. I don't know why. At least it sucks for me sometimes. It trips me out. The number of times I have read that thing wrong. Got me turning around right here. That's gonna be interesting. Settle down, Susie. Don't hit me. You're gonna hit me. Enjoy that. There's the physics for you. Somebody was looking at their cell phone. That was kind of messed up, though. they're still just sitting there. Oops. The way I look at it, they had plenty of time to stop. When they realized, hey, this giant trailer is going to be in front of me by the time I get there. Try out that shifter yet, Jeremy? Ooh. Ah. Too small. Oops. Yay! I read something about that. I haven't actually tried setting up World of Trucks yet. I need to. But I was reading about that. I just glanced over it, but yeah, that would be fun. Maybe we'll try that tomorrow night. We're gonna do some flying tomorrow too. We're gonna be live. Got a couple videos coming out too, so. Oop, God, I keep hitting it. Still think it's funny that the first job we get in Missouri, it takes us all the way to the other side of it. Yeah. I guess I don't quite understand what it is. That just like community-made jobs, or not to sound like a total noob, but I'm still pretty much there. Oop. Sorry. Well, you gotta have the plushie. Paint job, we can take it or leave it. The plushie, I gotta have, man. This is really pretty, man. They did a good job with this. Alright, well then it's on now, because I gotta have the plushie. That's just a must. I do want to check it out though. I've been meaning to set it up. And again, I've been meaning to set up VATSIM for flight simulation for 2 years. One time. Oh, first time! Some things really are true to life. Here? Where do they want it? Oh. There. Smaller trailers, I think, are almost harder to park. They move so much faster. There's another one. Next. Let's see what we got next. All right, so we got a dumper, it looks like, or a, what's that? Yeah, feed trailer. Heavy load. I don't think this truck is, I don't think I've got this truck rated for heavy load. I don't think we can do the heavy load. Let's do this one. Let's go to Jefferson. Cool. Yeah, it's a new location. Cool. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. How much gas do we have? 3/4 of a tank. We should be fine. Yes, you can. I want to say they added a couple of patches. Maybe it was just 1.53. I think they added that. But yes, on some of the trailers you can. It wasn't there for a very long time. Yeah, we're going to try that out at some point. Come on. That was me. I need to get my head out of my ass there. .54 really has shaped up to be a nice update. Quite a few things I really like. Default truck physics are pretty awesome too. Oh, nice. I haven't tried the MD-11 yet. I want to. Tri-jets are so freaking cool. Is it? Got a buddy of mine who streams on TikTok, and he said the same thing. He absolutely loves it. This is not my gas station. This is the Ruda 362. Yeah, need to figure out a way to spawn something. Maybe we'll create an event. That'd be kind of fun. A fly out event or fly in event. Maybe we can do that. Maybe start setting up like one night a week where we do a fly in event. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, man. And that'd be kind of fun. I've been looking for something to relight my fire too. You know, as far as getting something to do with in flight sim. Wow, there's a triple. Damn. I still love to fly, don't get me wrong, especially with all of this now. It makes it absolutely fun. That's why I put this up here too. It's just strictly for flight simulation, but it's just... Alright, man. Yeah. Absolutely. You know, if you want to come up with different flight routes and things like that that we could do and just have preset and ready to go, that would be cool. Find neat locations. We need to do some fly-ins into some of the more challenging places in the world. I think that would be a lot of fun. Nope. Hey. That was my bad. I flipped the switch. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely due for a group flight. It's been a long time. I think it's a fair mix. I really do. I think the real big thing is that I think pretty much everybody does GA, where only some people do commercial. There are still those exceptions where some people are just commercial only. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. That would be a good idea. Poll on Discord. Absolutely. You know what? While I'm here, I need to adjust something on the lights. They're not supposed to be that bright during the day. Where's the mouse this time? There you are. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's supposed to be bright at night, not so much during the day, though. All right. Anyway. All right. Let's get our trailer. Yeah, I do everything too. Yeah, I could see where FS Economy does too. For me, it was always NeoFly. I need to get back into NeoFly. I'm sorry. I still like NeoFly far better than the 2024 career. NeoFly was fun. Just added, I don't know, and some of the silly things they would say, and, you know, added just a little bit of that entertainment aspect versus the realism. I just freaking cracked the side of my ankle. Oh, that hurt. I do not recommend anybody do that. Holy crap, that hurt. Why are those still so bright? They're not supposed to be right now. Damn, that hurt. Oi. Why aren't you going down? You were absolutely supposed to be. Oh, that's fine. The dark scene was up. How is this considered a dark scene? I do not feel like it is. You keep using that word. I am not thinking that word means what you think it means. Oh, yeah, that hurt, dude. that left a mark. I guarantee that's a bruise. Where's my grain trailer? Over there, it looks like. No. Did I miss it? Sometimes these spots on the maps are really hard to... No, that's not it. I don't think it is. Oh, there it is. Damn it. I use Beyond ATC. Beyond ATC is my favorite. There it is. They really buried this thing back here, man. Oh, we're getting some sprinkles. Slow down. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Still got more to do on it. More things to print. That 3D printer's really coming in handy now. And like I designed the mounting arms for this up here. Got a few other designs that I'm working on for MCDU. I'm going to start posting any of my designs up on the Patreon site too. That way if anyone wants to build what I've got going on, there's a place for it. I didn't use mine for the longest time. I used to have an Ender 3, what was that? Ender 3 V2 Pro. and I could never get a successful print off that damn thing to save my life. And then the guy who runs ATS accessories, who made this, the shift handle, the shift extension, he got me turned on to the Bamboo Labs A1, and that thing's been flawless so far. And to answer your question, PLA. PETG is too much of a pain in the ass. Your temperatures have to be just right, your flows have to be just right. Ideally you want an enclosure for PETG. Yeah, it really is, dude. I've been super happy with mine. Yeah, PETG is a really big pain in the ass. Yo! Whoa! Sort of forgot about that wet road thing. I tried printing with PETG on this A1 3 times, and I got corner lifts and all kinds of goofy shit every time. I know you can, but PLA is still so much easier. What are you printing that you're needing to do PETG? Because one thing I am learning is that you don't really need it as often as you think you do. I am learning that. Now, I'm no pro by any means. Jeremy here is far better with this crap than I am, but go on, bud. You gonna sit? All right, let's do this. Oh. Yeah, I printed a couple times in PETG a couple weeks ago because I accidentally bought it instead of Turbo PLA. Wow, even the roads are slippery, dude. That's crazy. Oh, I know it's stronger than PLA. I knew that part already. I need to play around with it a little bit more. I'm sure there are things I can tweak that will make it easier, but oh, nice. Yeah, I had one print that I was starting with PETG, and like it got through half of it, and it was a big print like this. It got through half of it, and the part that like printed looked really nice. But then up towards the top, it just failed. I don't know what happened. And did it like 3 times. I might try again here soon. See if maybe it was just that bad print. Maybe it was a bad slice or something, but I don't know. Yeah, I know. That is the frustrating part, but I will say I've done probably 20 prints already on this A1, and I've only had that legitimately deserved to quote-unquote fail. I've only had one that actually failed, and then the other 3 were when I was using that PETG. And they were all in the same model too, so like I said, it could have been the model too. I might try it again here soon. Cause like things like this, the mount, things like that, because I try to make my designs where it's a real tight fit. And so I wouldn't mind using PETG for that. That way I don't have to worry about it popping seams or anything. But and plus I have it here. Like you said, you know, use up what I got. Although I'm really liking the Overture Turbo PLA, and it's cheap. Alright, my brother. Have a good night, my dude. Yeah, I'll be calling it after this load, too. I gotta get up early in the morning, prep some ribs. Do a couple videos. We're gonna do a flight tomorrow, I think, in the Learjet, too. Good night, brother. Thanks for hanging out, man. What's that, the Learjet? Whew. Yo! Made it. Not yet. I'm going to start. We were just talking about Trucking World, or World of Trucks. A few minutes ago, actually. So, excuse me. Damn it. Sorry, coming up on 21 hours here. So, I want to. It was more or less I'm trying to get everything set up, and yeah, and I do. I want to. I want to get a full environment set up, full community set up for the trucking too. I want to look into renting a server, a dedicated server for multiplayer. That way we can dedicate our own mods to it and all the skins, etc. I also think it'd be fun to start a realistic profile for multiplayer, where everyone starts out with just garbage trucks and work our way up to the more elite vehicles and trailers. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, I've been looking into it. I was watching videos yesterday, day before, on how to start setting that up. I want to do the same thing with Microsoft Flight Simulator, like I said. I need to start coming up with new ways to re-engage everything. Oh, nice. All kinds of stuff I want to do. The other thing I want to do is I really like the idea of doing a multiplayer logging community, Farming Sim 25. I'm trying to figure out a way to carefully. I got to be careful, especially with the way the damn YouTube algorithm works. But I want to branch out. I want to expand the community, you know, and if we do it right, we could bring it in a way where each night is a step into the next sim, right? I mean, you can do logging, and then the next night have your trucks be at a logging yard pulling logs and doing a convoy down. The flight simulation gets a bit harder other than doing cargo, but maybe, you know, the first run is a logging run from the logging yard. The next one we pick up a trailer and deliver it to an airport, you know, and then the next time we fly, you know. I'm trying to figure out a way to, that way I don't get stuck in the monotony, because that's the hard part about content creation, I will say, is it gets hard to get out of that repetition of the same old thing, and I'm sure for the viewers it gets old too. Yeah, I think so too. So I've been really brainstorming lately on how to make that all work. And the trucking, I've been having so much fun with it, just because I think it's something new and fresh, and all this made it a ton of fun. The motion rig is a ton of fun with the trucking. It really is, adds a lot to it. But then yeah, the farming sim, definitely. I use I like that FDR loggings mods, and then I use the FS Miners trucks, because his trucks are so much better. And then they have that even in farming sim, they have that that semi truck. I have it, I can't remember the name of it, but it reminds me of the Pister truck. I shifted way too early, but oh well. That's sort of why I've been slowing down on the content, is I'm developing this whole thing to do multiple things. I made a lot of these modifications to this rig and add-ons. Like, this isn't singular, so I can actually put another piece right here that will mount here. And what I've got is two sticks for farming. They're actually designed for Space Sim. They're identical to the Virpil Alpha Primes. So I'm going to have those there for the farming, and I want to be able to have those there all the time. And then have it be able to just be able to slide them out a little bit and then tighten the locking nut here. And then when I want to drive, I loosen that, shove them back, so that way it's out of the way of the box for the most part. But be able to quickly switch gears. That's why I like the AB9 so much. I take the stick shift off, put my flight stick back on it, and boom, off into the races. Yeah, farm would be cool too. Yeah. Thanks. It's been a lot of work, and still got a lot more to do with it, but oops, that would have sucked. That was the shortest green light in history. Been playing around with a couple of those Reforma maps for like Washington and Arizona. They're dope. Gorgeous. I have those, I think, on my Ruda 389 profile. Like I said earlier, it's definitely a great time to be a simmer. Skip the gear. Getting tired, I can feel it. Alright, Salty Man, take care, bud. Appreciate you joining and hanging out, man. Yeah, shoot me a DM on Discord just so I have you already on the list. I'd appreciate that. Definitely will do, man. We'll do some brainstorm and get some stuff together. Alright, cool. That works. That's what I needed. Have a good night, my friend. Oh, it's overkill. Yeah. The main man. Hey Cloud, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate the support. You're catching me right at the end of it here, but we got a few minutes yet. We're gonna be live tomorrow night too. We're gonna be flying, so keep an eye on the Discord if you're not in it already. Oh, okay, cool. All right, fair enough. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, 2020 is still my go-to for the moment. Although, like we were talking, since you've been watching the whole thing, 2024 is definitely coming around. Oh, I totally missed my turn. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's make sure I can get out of here. Wrong way. Thank you. Alrighty. Well, that was a fun ride. Missouri is dope. Not bad. All right. Well, Cloud Strider, thanks very much for hanging out. Everyone else who watched, thanks. Appreciate it. As always, guys, you know the drill. You stay safe. You stay healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Tomorrow we'll be flying and driving, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night, guys.